Focus Book Club is a brand which aims to bring out the best within you as well as rewarding you through it. But how exactly does it work? It'll be done in a series format. For example, the first series will be non-fiction books and the second series, fiction books, etc. Each series has 12 episodes which last 3 months, at the end of which we spend 2 more episodes to review all the recommended books, as well as to reward our faithful readers with various precious gifts. We therefore encourage you to follow us on our social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, or send us a text or an email. Simply comment on the book you're reading or you have read, and through commenting you have the chance to be invited to our live recording of the show during the review week. In addition to this, you will also be entered in a draw to win various prizes as a reward for your reading.
Welcome to another edition of Focus Book Club. It's always exciting for me to be here and to be talking to very, very wonderful people, authors, interviewers, or people who are here to just add a boost to this club. So we have read so many books from the month of January. We remember Unlimited, which was our January read, and then we had Confronting Life, February, and March, we did Suicide or Jesus Christ. And then our last read for April was None of These Diseases. And you have been following. We've had so many comments, and people have been thrilled. So many other people have changed their thoughts about their life's journeys, and they have focused on what they are supposed to focus on just because of Focus Book Club. So it's been wonderful, and I want to thank everyone out there who has been following us on our various social media platforms. Thank you for all your comments, and thank you for all your contributions, and thank you for your support financially. For those who have not been involved yet, do something. Support us. We need every support to get us to a higher level. Now, today, we are having a special guest, a very special guest. Now, you will soon know why I said she is very special. Some of you probably have heard about her, or probably you've read her book. But we're going to be talking to her today. And her book will be a book of the month of May. So it's a different read entirely. Now, we are focusing on children's books this month of May. So that is, you see why I say it's very special. And we have a child author, an author who is a child. Actually, she will tell us more about how she arrived or how she got to become an author at that age. Exciting, isn't it? Now, you know what I'm talking about. So, today, we shall be talking with Heritage and her mother, Esther.
So
Nice
hello Dr. Evelyn. Thank you for having me today.
I'm so happy to have you.
Thank you.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
God bless you. And to the lovely mother,
Thank you, Dr. Evelyn, for having us today.
thank you.
We are really very pleased.
Okay. So the first part of this interview will be with the mom. We know mom first, because without you and the dad, we won't have this precious gold here in front of us. So I want to ask you the first question. But first of all, just tell us about yourself, just for 1 minute. Just tell us, what do you want us to know before I start to ask you questions about you, just you?
Okay.
Yes.
My name is Esther and Chinyere. I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria, and then I'm married to my husband. He's from the west. He's Yoruba, and I'm Igbo. I'm a registered nurse by profession, and I'm a mother of 3.
Wow, fantastic, fantastic. I know when we were talking, before we came here, you were sharing a wonderful testimony with me that kind of just put some, that was a wonderful testimony, so to say. Can you just share a bit of that with our audience, if it's possible? Just do that, yeah.
Yeah, I was sharing with Dr. Evelyn the testimony of Heritage's birth. Before the arrival of Heritage, we were trusting God for 8 years. And it wasn't easy, but we stood on the word of God. And even though it was taking too long, we kept believing God. And at some point, my heart was sick because the Bible said hope delayed makes the heart sick.
So you finally got a baby.
Finally, this covenant child arrived.
After 8 years of marriage.
After 8 years.
Wow, 8 years of marriage. This precious gift came. And now we are enjoying her.
She's indeed worth the wait.
Good. Now, look at my face. Good. Very good. Now, you are the author of this book. Introduce yourself. Tell us about that, your name and your school, the name of your school. Your classmates will be watching you. Your teacher will be watching you. So, tell us.
Hello everyone, my name is Heritage Abaje, and as you know I am the author of Adventurous Teddies. I go to St. Paulinus Church of England Primary School. Wow. And I go to St. Paulinus Church.
And what's the name of your teacher, your class teacher?
Mrs. Hughes.
You want to say hello to her?
Hello.
Do you like her? Is she a good teacher?
Yes.
Has she ever told you off? Just once?
Yeah.
Yes, once. Okay, good, good. So you are the author of this book, Adventurous Teddies. How did you come about writing a book at your age? And she wrote this book last year. Was it, what year was that?
Yeah, she was 8 years last year.
She was 8 years old when she wrote this book.
Yes.
How did she start? I would like to know in what way you contributed to her learning, first of all, as a child, before we come to this book.
Okay. Yeah, as a child,
Yes.
I did all my best as I could. Prayerfully, was trying to nurture her, and she started reading quite early. So at about age 3, I used to have a volunteer that was helping me.
Were you paying the person?
No, it was volunteer. It was an English lady, Mary, bless her.
Okay.
So she was helping us. And from there, one day Heritage started reading out little by little.
So the woman taught her how to read?
No, she started reading because she was in the nursery.
Okay.
So when she started reading, I decided to register her with the library so that we can be getting her
So you
books
registered her with
the library so that we can be getting her books and all that. So, and she started reading little by little. And before you know it, everybody was calling me, oh, your daughter can read?
Wow.
And she never stopped
And
since then.
at what age did she start to write?
I can say at 4. 4, yes.
So she was already writing sentences?
At 4. She was writing at 4.
Okay.
And when she entered reception, she wrote a fantastic thing in reception.
I remember it about my journey when we went to IKEA with one of my friends in the class. I wrote about a page in year reception.
Wow, excellent.
And when they did appreciation, thank you, and she won.
So we had a competition for our Christian values, and the Christian value we were focusing on was thankfulness, and we had to write a thank you card to someone, and I wrote a thank you card, in a big thank you card, for every single teacher in the school, and on the back of it, I wrote thank you my mum and dad's languages.
Wow, excellent.
And
I can see that. And I can hear that in your voice, that you're really good.
And then I cut out a picture of myself in my school uniform, and then handed it in, and I was the winner.
Wow, excellent.
In reception.
Wow.
She was 4, going to be 5.
Wow, excellent, fantastic. You see how special she is. Now, this book, tell me about it. How did you come about this story? How did you get this story?
Well, I enjoy reading, and it has always been my dream to write a book.
It has always been your dream. Wow. At the age of 8, you were already dreaming of writing a book.
Yeah. And my favorite books are Bible stories and Jacqueline Wilson books.
Wow, excellent. Excellent. And how long did it take you to write this book?
For writing without publishing.
Yes, without publishing.
I think about 4
You
or 5.
already know about publishing at the age of 9. She's talking about publishing already. Yes.
For like 4 or 5 months.
Wow. And who was your mentor? Who was guiding you through all that?
Of course, my family, and also one of my mum's friends called Dr. Loretta.
Dr. Loretta, you want to say hello to Dr. Loretta?
Hello, Dr. Loretta. She was a very good mentor, and she encouraged me and helped me.
What was the best thing she did for you? Can you remember any special thing that made you wow?
Before all my interviews, she helps me practice, and she tells me to be calm, that I have nothing to worry about.
Very good, and that's very important. That's very important. And so it took you about 4 to 5 months to write this book.
And I did it during the lockdown, the first lockdown when I was in year 3. I decided to take up writing.
During the first lockdown, you wrote this book. And you were also going through lessons, weren't you?
Yeah, we did lessons, but I quickly finished my lessons. So I decided to do something else, and I started writing the book.
Wow, excellent. We will be right back. We'll be right back to talk about more things that our special guest has contributed to our writing.
Focus Book Club is a brand which aims to bring out the best within you as well as rewarding you through it. But how exactly does it work? It'll be done in a series format. For example, the first series will be non-fiction books and the second series, fiction books, etc. Each series has 12 episodes which last 3 months, at the end of which we spend 2 more episodes to review all the recommended books as well as to reward our faithful readers with various precious gifts. We therefore encourage you to follow us on our social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, or send us a text or an email. Simply comment on the book you're reading or you have read, and through commenting you have the chance to be invited to our live recording of the show during the review week. In addition to this, you will also be entered in a draw to win various prizes as a reward for your reading.
Welcome back. Now, we are here with Heritage Agbaje talking about her book. She wrote this book, Adventurous Teddies. So we're talking to her about the book that she wrote at the age of 8. Now she's 9. So, welcome back to Heritage. Now, Heritage, we're talking about your book.
Yes.
As I went through the first pages of your book, you thanked God, the source of life, wisdom, and inspiration, because you recognize that God gave you the inspiration, right?
Yes.
And then you thanked your amazing parents and your sister, and your sisters. You've got twin sisters, right?
Yeah.
Very good. And then you thanked the staff and pupils of your school. Very good. Now, the question I want to ask you is, the teddies here,
Yes.
they are all named, they all have special names.
Yes.
How did you come about this? Was it real? Did your mother actually give you these or you just created them?
No, my mom actually gave me these teddies on my 8th birthday, and I gave them all a special name. Somehow something told me to give them all names, and I gave them all names, and I always play with them and do like little
So it was
shows.
lockdown, and you were 8 years old.
Yeah.
Mom bought you some teddies, and you just thought, why don't I just create a book out of these teddies? Was that how it came about?
Nope.
Okay,
I
tell me.
had a dream on my birthday about my teddies, and
A real dream.
yes, went to sleep,
And then you had a dream.
yeah, and
Okay.
I remembered my dream, and I decided to write it down because I wanted to form a book. And chapters 1 to 4 are based on the dream I had about my teddies.
Excellent. I can now see where the inspiration comes from. Comes from God. Now tell us a bit about the book. What's the story about?
So it's about 10 teddies, and they decided to go on an adventure to confront the terrible teddy taker, TTT. They had to escape my house because they were living in my house.
Okay, stop there. Because they must not know the whole story. So
There's
we're going
something
to
else
stop
I
there.
need to say about it. It's not in the book.
Okay.
My book is a little bit like David and Goliath, my favorite Bible story, because David,
Oh, bless
the little boy, is like the teddies and went to confront a big giant, just like the terrible teddy taker.
Wow, excellent. Now, you must read this book. I mean, we've been reading all sorts of books from January to April. Now it's time to read children's books. Come on, adults. We need to read these books to our kids and read them for ourselves. I found it very interesting when I was reading it. I was reading a part of it. I have not completed it yet, but I'm going to complete it soon. So make sure you get a copy. Now, how do you get a copy? Just go to my website. Go to Focus Book website, and you get, the information is there on how to get a copy. Or you can contact us, can send us a text, or you can send an email, focusbookclub7@gmail.com. But make sure you get a copy. This is what we are reading. We're going to be talking more about children's books this month. So make sure you're having one. And probably you have a child who is a good writer. Probably your child writes good essays. Put the essays together. Put all the stories together and create a book, just like Heritage. Or maybe your child is always telling you stories. Encourage the child to write the stories down and put them together. Or you can contact us to advise you on what to do. But do something with your children. This is just so inspiring. I am really inspired because, I wrote a book, but I didn't write a book at 8 years. So you are just a genius. So apart from writing, what else do you like doing?
So I like reading books, and sometimes in my lesson, I'm in class, and the teacher's just about to give our worksheets out, and then it's a math lesson. Sometimes I do this math thing.
Do
in
you
my
like
head.
maths apart from?
I like maths, and so I do this double thing. When I get from 1, I start doubling until I get to thousands. And I also go to St. John's Ambulance,
Ooh, you help.
where I learn to help people,
Good.
my first aid, and how to save people's lives.
Very good. Now, what do you want to be when you grow up?
As you know, I
Tell
am
me.
already an author, and I will continue to write. When I'm older, I want to study so that I can be a medical doctor.
Fantastic. So you will be a medical doctor,
Yeah.
and then will you continue to write like you said?
Yes.
Excellent. You see, you're going to be contributing a lot to humanity. And do you like Jesus?
Yes.
How much do you like Jesus?
Really, really much that I can't even explain.
Have you ever told somebody about Jesus? Have you told any of your schoolmates about Jesus?
Because in our school is a Christian school.
So everybody knows
Yeah.
about Jesus. Excellent. So she's just said apart from reading, she loves, to help and all that. Does she help at home?
Oh, amazing. In fact, she does almost everything at home. House chores. She helps in preparing her siblings' homework. She does. She's a computer.
So who helps her for her own homework?
What? I can tell you, apart from the one I helped her when she was growing up, I think this girl is helped by God. She's actually very independent and very creative. She like few days ago, I was doing a research proposal to my uni because I'm going for my PhD. So my research proposal, and my supervisor wanted me to share my proposal on the screen on the Teams meeting. Yes. I couldn't. And I had to excuse myself during the interview. I went to bring her, and the girl carried me through during the interview, and everybody was like, your little girl was showing.
So she's really
gifted. She's like,
I can also I can make chips.
You can make chips. Be careful with oil, with hot oil.
She uses air fryer.
Okay, that's good then. That's good.
And I can also microwave.
You can also microwave. So when mom is not there, you can help yourself sometimes.
I just microwave the food for
breakfast.
Wow.
Yeah, and I can also make.
What about your little sisters? What do you play with them sometimes?
Yeah, I play with them,
what
and sometimes when we play on our phones, we have a game, and it's a multiplayer game. So I friend my sisters, and we play together.
Excellent.
Virtually and in real life.
Excellent.
And sometimes we play in the garden.
Yeah.
And we watch Superbook. It's a channel where you learn Bible stories. I like Superbook
as well.
When you learn Bible stories.
Yes.
And also I help them with their homeschooling.
Okay. Heritage.
Reading.
Do you have a dream of writing another book soon?
Yes.
Is one on the way, or you wait a bit?
On the way.
It's on the way already.
It's a sequel.
It's a sequel. Wow. This is huge. Wow. And how long do you think that's going to take you to finish?
Don't know.
Not yet. Okay. You think it will be bigger than this, or it's going to be? It's going to be bigger than this.
Yes.
Wow. Please.
I'm on chapter 8.
You're on chapter 8, that one.
Yeah.
Excellent. Wow. You are really smart. Please join us to read this book and to comment. Send us your comments. Just write anything. Let's encourage children to write. Let's encourage them. So you see the language. When you read this book, you can see that it's simple. Simple, but everything is well ordered. So, yes, you want to say something? Yes.
I made my own teddy words in this book.
In this book.
And if you go to the end of the book, I'm going to find, after the story is finished, there's a glossary, and it tells you the meaning of all the words that I've made up.
I think we are going to have you again on the show to tell us more things about this book and the other one coming. And, you have so much. I can see you're full of energy, and God is really with you. You are a gifted child. And I know there are so many kids out there that will be encouraged by what you have done. And, Mom, thank you very much for being there for her. You didn't you recognized the gift and then you kind of pushed her forward. Now, there are so many children out there who are gifted. Bring them forward. Let others know exactly what they can do so that, they can excel in whatever they do. So,
don't forget to follow your dreams.
Yes. Wow. I was going to ask that. She is. Get it? Now, what do you tell? That was what. What do you tell other children like you out there? Come on, talk to them.
I'm going to tell children and adults likewise, because some adults haven't had the chance to show their true ability. So you should follow your dreams, and if you know that you're good at something, you just go for it. Don't worry about the failures. Worry about the chances you miss when you don't
Was there a time you got a bit discouraged when you were writing? Not really.
Well,
you just went on. Okay. Now the time is, not on our side anymore. But we sure have a lot to do. After this show, we are going to bring her back. We're going to bring Heritage back, and she will have a lot to say. But right now, I want to appeal to everyone out there to do something concerning Focus Book Club. Sponsor Focus Book Club. Nothing is too small because we do not receive any special funding for this show. So we will be very happy if you can just, sponsor. I think our account number is right there on the screen, and put something there and put your name there. Then we will certainly get back to you. And I want to thank Beam the Light. Beam the Light is the #1 sponsor of Focus Book Club. So Beam the Light Languages, what do? They offer bespoke tuition to individuals, to groups, and to the corporate world. So the website is right there. Beam the Light website is right there on the screen. Copy it and patronize them. Go there, and then whatever they offer, be part of it, because they sponsor us. So we'll be very, very happy to hear from you. Thank you very much for watching, and keep reading. God bless you.
Bye. Thank you
Bye.
for watching.
It's only you that matter.